Hi guys, it's Charlie here from Keeping Track. Just coming back to you with another outing today. Spider and I are off to an arena hire. I've finally made a decision about competing in March, and I decided that it would be a really good idea if we could go somewhere that has a 20x60 arena. Unfortunately our arena is only 20x40, so it's just too small to run through my BD tests. So we're going to go to an arena hire just down the road. It's only 10 minutes away, and I'm going to take my Pivo with me because I'm going to film my warm-up and both my tests that I'm going to run through to send to Maddie at the Dressage coach. So those of you who follow me on social media will know that I became a sponsored rider for the Dressage coach in January, and I've been training with her, and it's just been completely game-changing for me having someone that knowledgeable every week giving me lessons, access to the app. There's so many features on the app and I want to share them all with you, but I'll do it over time so it's not too overwhelming. But one of the main features that I love is that you can send videos for feedback. So you've got unlimited video feedback on the app, so it doesn't matter how many times you ride a week. If you filmed every single one, you can send it to Maddie for feedback and she'll give you feedback. So it's something I'm just trying to access a little bit more, especially when I'm too busy to have a lesson, but I am still riding, and also obviously for that all important competition prep. So we are looking at Novice 22 and Novice 37A for Fenning Farm at the end of the month. 22 I've had some quite good runs on, but 37A is a bit of a nemesis of mine. It's the canter give and retake across the diagonal into counter canter that we regularly fall down on. So I really want to have a chance to run through those tests properly, get some feedback, and then spend the next couple of weeks working on those things. So I'm going to go grab Spidey in from the field now, get him ready, and let's get going. Hey guys, so just wanted to talk you through a little bit of my thought process behind this arena hire. So I've been working really hard at home with my lessons with Maddie on improving Spider's way of going and his connection, and obviously making me a much more effective rider. So we've been really focused on bringing in this lateral work to improve connection, get him more through from behind, more into the bridle and across his back and using himself, which at home we really kind of have started to crack. Spider is not the most forward-thinking horse in the world. He does tend to back off behind my leg and get very janky in the front. So there's a lot of work being going on at home, training really hard. We haven't been out to competition since Addington areas because I really want to just be at home and just nailing that training, ready to go out and about. So we have been working really hard on that, and I was feeling pretty confident at home, so I thought it was a good idea to go out and just test the waters away from home. Beautiful arena. I mean, this arena is glorious, 20x60, so enough room for me to run through my BD dressage tests, which we can't do at home. But what I did find is very odd that I went to pieces when we got here. Like, he did his usual, he dropped behind the leg, he got very sort of bobbly in front, and he wasn't through and thinking about what we were doing, and that as a result made me feel very ineffective, and I really struggled to work on the things we've been doing at home. So a lot of what I've been doing with Caroline and with Maddie is really concentrating on my position, making sure I sit up and back away from him, because when he's not going forward, my tendency is to chase after him, pitch far forward, end up over the neck and the shoulders, pushing him onto the forehand and blocking that connection behind. So really trying to remember to just sit back, open up my body, open up my own frame to allow him to come through underneath me, picking up those back legs and using himself more effectively. And unfortunately, we just did not do ourselves justice at this arena hire, and I had a full-on meltdown. Hannah, who you can see here on the floor, was being really supportive and encouraging, but I don't know, I needed something else. I mean, just there I'm looking at my arms and I want to chop them off. But yeah, so I did record my dressage tests. Hannah kindly filmed them for me because the Pivo was being a little bit temperamental. So Hannah filmed both my tests, the Novice 22 and the Novice 37A, for me to send to Maddie and get her feedback. So whilst we recorded both the Novice 22 and the Novice 37A, I did forget part of the Novice 37A test partway through, so I did end up kind of making it up. I have now learned Novice 37A, so hopefully I won't do that again. But so yeah, so I sent her 2 copies of Novice 22, 2 run-throughs I did of it. The first one and the second one, I thought the second one was better, but Maddie actually preferred the first, so that is the feedback that I'm sharing here. She said in the second one I just shut down the trot too much, and I wasn't pushing him forward, and therefore we lost a lot of our suppleness and our connection. So yes, it clearly shows that I know nothing, and I need to listen to the experts far more, because she was bang on. When I watched them back, actually, seeing the difference in the nice walked canter transition there, guys. Seeing the difference in the first test and the second test, I didn't actually get any mediums in the second run through of Novice 22. He just kind of was running through my hands rather than actually sort of lengthening and showing more of a medium. So yeah, so a lot went on in this arena hire, although it just kind of looks like same old from us. Actually, we are not riding like this at home at the moment, so I was quite upset. But yeah, I took it on board. I've been working on my mindset and trying to be more positive, and he's been going like a dream at home, so I've just got to hope that I can translate that into the actual dressage. So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on, and I'm going to let you hear from Maddie and what Maddie thought, because after all, she is the professional.
Hey Charlie, so let's take a look at this. I'm really sure it's not as bad as you think it is, but let's take a look. Excuse me now if I start sneezing again. I just had a massive sneezing fit and I've got a very snuffly nose, so I apologise now if you end up with a load of sneezing, but yeah. Okay, so look, you've started well there. The trot looked pretty good to start with. All right, you had a bit of a drift. And hey, for me, you've just stopped riding a little bit. So push on, be a bit more confident. You need to just ride a little bit more there. So, always remember the answer is forward. But this doesn't look too bad at all. Yeah, so again there, just look, the outside rein is just starting to creep forward a little bit, and the trot could be a little bit more forward. So you just got to think about that, but okay, no disasters here. Nice shapes, nice balance, and you've kept the rhythm. Okay, so the trot again, we've lost that forward trot a little bit, but okay. Yeah. Better with your outside rein here, just needed a bit more inside leg, that's all. Okay, so there's where you found your trot. And then he just dropped back a little bit behind you again, but that's all. There you go, that one's even better. So that went much more towards a medium stride, okay? You had a bit of better trot coming around the top. Okay, so he just needed a bit more suppleness around your inside leg there, a little bit more connection, thinking a little bit more shoulder in. That's all. And all this is from him is a bit of tension. Well, never mind, he's away from home, these things happen. Yeah, so just keep that walk moving forward, be a little bit looser in your upper body and be a little bit more mobile with your seat. Yeah, so again there, I'd have gone back to your shoulder in position, yeah? And then he stays around you and you've got the hind leg engaged, so when you trot, bang, you're up into your trot. That would have then made your canter easier. So the canter's just sitting behind your leg a bit. Send him on. This is all that's wrong here, and that's why you're getting this nod, because he's just sat behind you a bit. He's just not taking you forward enough. Yeah, so it got better across there. Okay, so you just lost the suppleness a bit, that's all. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit more forward again, that's all. A little bit more connection. Yeah. Yeah, good when he opens up. Good. There you go. So suppleness, round your inside leg, think shoulder fall. Yeah, same there. Just got to send him on, so don't bring him back when he does that. Send him on, because then he breaks, yeah? That's all. You just got to attack it a bit more. Yeah. You know, this is just where he's just pushing against you because he's a bit tight, so you just got to be ready to push him back the other way and keep him loose, that's all. Yeah, good rhythm, relaxation going across. You know, really, 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 really don't beat yourself up about this. This is really isn't that bad. A few little bits to polish. Okay, never mind. It'll come. The more you ride him like you do at home, the more you'll ride him like that when you're away. Just watch those arms don't come straight. Yeah, fine. Okay, so he wasn't really forward enough into the trot, which is why he got a little bit like that in the halt. Into the halt. He wasn't really forward enough into the trot, which was why he wasn't forward into the halt. I hope that makes more sense. Honestly, Charlie, don't beat yourself up about that. Christ, I've seen a lot worse of horses going elsewhere. So really, don't beat yourself up about that.
Hi guys, so I have got home now, sent my footage off to Maddie for some feedback, which you guys have just seen, and bless her, she was really encouraging. She gave me lots to think about and a few things to work on, but mostly it's really about me and just making sure that I don't let my nerves get the better of me. It's always my problem when I go to shows, is I do let my nerves overtake and then I stop riding him, I let him drop behind the leg, and that's where all our problems come from. So yeah, it was good to go and do the arena hire so she could see what he's like away from home and what I'm like away from home, because he has just been going swimmingly at home, like really super. He feels like a different horse, and whilst it's not realistic to expect that I can translate that out and about straight away, I would like a little bit of the magic. So yeah, so we're working on those things in preparation for our show, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. I will be vlogging that as well, so fingers crossed we can put some of her feedback into practice. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this. I hope you find it useful. I can't rate the Dressage Coach app enough. I am a sponsored rider for Maddie. I have been very transparent about that. But if you want to try a month's free trial of the Dressage Coach app, which does include the free video feedback, I'll put my code here. And it'd be great for you to come and join the team and just kind of, get as much help as we can with the old dressage. If you've enjoyed this vlog, guys, found it useful, etc., please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for the next one. Bye!